Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Gemini July 2020 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, well, first thing up is, well, as far as July goes, Mars will be in Aries, so the 11th house will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a time where you might be kind of demonstrating or showing your mechanical skill with friends, or just applying it, whether it might be fixing a lawnmower or a car or what have you. And Gemini can generally be very dexterous, so you already have Gemini people can often have this ability to begin with to do things that are of a mechanical nature because of their dexterity often. But another thing, though, way this may manifest, though, this could also be where situations with friends may be a little bit more contentious and acrimonious than usual, and especially the fact that Mars being in its dignity in Aries, this could be, in some cases, they could be physical, volatile confrontations in some isolated cases. So just be wary of this Gemini. And you're also in the hot summer months. Many places it's a little bit more accurate and hotter than usual, and you do have tempers escalating often around this time anyway. Now, another way this may manifest on a positive note, this could also be about very aggressive and assertive action in matters with your goals, aspirations, and group activity. This could also be about injecting a lot of energy and vitality into some Aries goal or aspiration. This could be doing something like firefighting or welding, or something that requires a mechanical skill. Could be auto, diesel, refrigeration mechanics, even lawnmower repair. It could be something connected with the military, or something with sports, or a profession that works with the head, such as doing like helmet designing, things, anything that could be Aries related. And also 11th house is also associated with stepchildren, so the situation, if applicable, if you have stepchildren, may be a little bit more contentious than usual at this time, Gemini. Anyway, next thing up, well, Jupiter will be in Capricorn, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So one way this may manifest, this could be very fortuitous for leaving a Capricorn-like legacy, such as being very, showing discipline, structure, some consistency. I know that could be hard for Gemini, but that could be the way this may manifest and pan out at this time. Or in some cases, too, this could also be about really, yeah, remember that Jupiter could be very paradoxical, could be very strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. In some cases, this might expand responsibilities connected with debt or credit, or matters with loans, or even dealing with issues with taxes or insurance matters. And the thing about this could also be very good period for an inheritance if you are getting one. But remember that Capricorn energy can be about limitations and restrictions. So there might be some stipulations connected with this, or it might be less than what you anticipated, or whatever you were going to get. Maybe there's some restriction in connection with it. But it could also be a very good period for for publishing that's very planned and premeditated, something that was done very methodically. Or it could be, and also in terms of planned publishing, well, I should say planned publishing, that could be something 8th house related, something that might be associated, publishing something with insurance or astrology that holds supernatural subject, maybe matter connected with death or transformation. Now, anyway, well, the next thing up, Saturn will be in Capricorn still. So for almost the entire month, it will be in Capricorn. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, for Gemini at this time, you may be experiencing some restrictions or limitations dealing with libido or a sexual urge at this time. And also, there might be some limitations and restrictions in moral, monetary, and emotional support as well. This could also about having certain responsibility, more so than usual, perhaps with taxes, insurance related matters. It could be debts, and it may also manifest in some cases of taking care of a sickly or debilitated a sexual partner, someone you're in a shared resources situation with. And also, too, I mean, Saturn could also be connected with what we fear. It could be about a fear of making a major change or transformation in one's life. And also, too, well, looking at this as well, could also be, I mean, Saturn could be about older people. I mean, it might be a time where maybe an older person, it could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits, might figure more very prominently in some kind of rebirth or regeneration, or something connected with making a major change or transformation in your life. And also, too, you might find yourself taking care, I was going to say before, sickly or debilitated sexual partner, or someone in a shared resources situation. And it could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, and maybe making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy at this time. So anyway, well, next thing up, Uranus will be in Taurus still, so the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this is something that can manifest in a multitude of ways. This could be about, in some cases, you might be expressing maybe some kind of unusual or some idiosyncratic behavior, or an unorthodox behavior. It might be misconstrued in some isolated cases for mental illness. Remember, you're talking about Uranus is connected with the unusual. The 12th house is about illusion and deception, and could be about in issues where you might be fooling somebody, maybe inadvertently or unwittingly. The 12th house is the house of mental illness, but it could also, but this could be very isolated. Now, this could be another way this may pan out. It could also be dealing with bizarre dreams or dealing with disruptions in your sleep at this time. And also, too, you might feel this time, Gemini, that your freedom and independence may be inhibited more so than usual. And also, too, this could be about a lot of, I mean, Uranus, I mean, this could be about computers. It might be doing something Uranus related. Taurus energy, very persistent, with a lot of persistence and solitude and seclusion. It could be doing something with computers or innovation. Something with electronics, aerospace, astronomy, even astrology at this time. So anyway, and also another way this may manifest and pan out, it might be a time too where if you have anything that's like innovative or ingenious, you might be more reluctant to let it come out at this time, because you're talking about the 12th house and what's hidden at this time as well. So anyway, and also the 12th house is also the house connected with hidden adversaries. So there might be people that might be on the internet, or somebody in some Uranus type field, or even friendships might even be Taurus friendships. They might be Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or ones that embody those characteristics, might be hidden enemies at this time. So it's important just to be wary of that, Gemini. Next thing up, well, Neptune will be in Pisces still, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, well, one way this may manifest and pan out could be about a Neptune-like career interest at this time. It could be something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology or photography, chemistry, poetry, dancing, pharmaceutical work, anesthesiology, working with illusions such as being a magician. Also be careful about fallacious mediums or psychics that might be trying to direct you into some career related matter that may not pan out at this time. In some cases, this could be about the dissolving or dissipation in some connection with the dominant parent, which is often the father, authority figures people that may have been prominent in your stature in life, your social status, and a lot of this, of course, could be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart. If this is making an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn as well, that could reinforce or reaffirm some of this energy at this time. Now, another thing could be at this time, wherever Neptune is in a chart, whether it's natal or transit, could be about where one might fantasize a little bit more and daydream as opposed to doing, and also it might be more lethargic energy, so you might at this time feel like more like fantasizing and daydreaming regarding your career matters or attaining greater stature in life or success or position of authority or what have you, as opposed to doing it. And especially say if this is making an adverse aspect to your, say if it's squaring your ascendant, or if it's making an adverse aspect to your natal sun or Mars at this time, that could reaffirm or reinforce this energy. You also may be dealing with deceptive and duplicitous 10th house people at this time, such as the dominant parent, which is often the father, authority figures, people that may have been prominent in your stature in life, your success, gaining notoriety and recognition. Well, last but not least, Pluto will be in Capricorn still, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway. In some cases, this can manifest in an actual or literal death of a sexual partner, someone you're in an intimate relationship with. It could be somebody that you may be close with in a shared resources situation with. Could also be about trying to gain some kind of power in a shared resources situation. On a positive note, in some cases, this could obliterate credit card debt at this time, or maybe some tax or insurance related matter. It could also be, now in some cases, about some obsessive or fixated energy associated with something 8th house related. It could be on with something with astrology, the occult, supernatural, or some insurance matter. It could be on a death maybe that you experienced somebody close in your life. This could also be, remember when we were talking about Pluto and astrology, it could also be about where you might expect some infallibility. And given it's the 8th house, it could be with somebody doing some kind of tax preparation for you, or something with astrology, or coroner, or somebody that's a coroner, or somebody that works in insurance, or some kind of field that requires a transformation. It could be like something like recycling or sculpting, and anything that could be, or some investigation, anything that could be 8th house related. So, and also this could manifest in making a very deep transformation, or even involving very deep research, extensive deep research into a death or a murder in some isolated cases at this time. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.